Good morning. I'm at King's Beach this morning, and this morning was just about, only about, coming down and just seeing what was here. I had no intention of doing any sort of video whatsoever. However, that mainly because there was zero cloud. And it's not playing ball, it's not liking. There we go, game focus. There we go, yes. Mainly because there's nothing here, there was no cloud, so I thought. But as it is, I was a little lucky, I think. There's a little tiny bit of cloud. So I thought, why not pull out the old camera and let's give it a go. I think I might need to move slightly to the left. At the moment, the image is left heavy. So if I just switch across this way, it introduces that rock that you can see, whoops, a daisy, to the bottom left. Rafi's always in shot. Always in shot. So let's balance this. This will be 2 shots. So let me, now I'll refocus, I think. There we go. Refocus. Very quickly. You gotta always fight or be wary of the speed at which the sun rises and increases. So let's get this in as quickly as possible. Pull down that sky just a little bit, and let's go back to manual. So I was in shutter priority, as I normally do. I don't want 4 minutes, so I don't want 4 minutes at all. So I'm going to come down a stop. That'll allow me to do 2 minutes. Preserve the highlights. I'm just going to go to ISO 50. 2 shots, one on this rock and one on that headland. There we go. Let's see what we get. Ruff. Yeah, where's your stone? Gives your stone. He's almost knocking the tripod legs. Come on. Let's switch this off. So yes, as I said, this is it was just going to come down and just do a scout, really. So I'm at King's Beach. I'm a stone's throw away from Petrel Cove, which is normally my go-to when I'm down here near Victor Harbour on the southern tip of Adelaide. So this is where I usually end up at Petrel Cove, but I decided to come a little further along the coast a little bit and just to see what we have. It's great that we can make a feature of this headland, which usually gets in the way when you're at Petrel Cove. And I'm much closer to the island that's behind you too. And to the left, there's some nice cliffs with rocks strewn about them. So I think this is an interesting spot. I think there's a lot of compositions here to be had. So yeah, I'll probably explore this a little more. There's a shot here, I think, before I go over there. So I think we only have to step back a few meters. here and just to avoid that large clump of seaweed. Okay, I quite like this image. Again, I think we're going to have to do just very quickly 2 shots. We don't need we certainly don't need 2 minutes now. So 30 seconds should smooth out everything that we require. Actually, I'm going to just focus a little bit closer to the camera because I will do 2 shots. So let me just... Come on. Of course, now I want to refocus. Doesn't like, there we go. Okay. So I quite like that reflective line. I'm just going to adjust the polarizer. I don't want that big vignette up there. So there we go. Let's take that. Again, there's hardly any cloud, so we don't have to worry about any streaking of cloud at all. But I just want to smooth out some of that water. 30 seconds should still leave me with a little bit of texture. Oh, don't you just love mornings like this when you have no expectations whatsoever, and when you treat it to a dawn as a new day, you just feel this fabulous sense of well-being. It's amazing. Right, that's done. So I'm going to focus in on our headland. Between us and that headland, there's nothing but water, so that's okay. Doesn't matter if it's out of focus in the middle, because it's all out of focus because of the softness of that water. Again, how wonderful is it just to get out? Okay, let's go and have a look at those rocks behind us, see what's there. Come on, sunshine. Well, we've lost Rafi somewhere out there in the rocks. I think I'm just going to capture this little scene. Again, I think we're going to be a 16 by 9, and let's just have a little look and see what that would look like if we can pose as a 16 by 9. We have to watch that vignette up there in the top right hand corner. Actually, this might be a super pano. Let's have a little look at that. There we go. That works better for me, I think. I just like the rocks coming in at the bottom. There's a little bit of too much empty space on the right-hand side for me, so what I might do is just slightly eliminate that. Don't want to go too far. I don't want that island to be too far to the I'll get my words out. I don't want that island to be too far towards the middle. So because of that, I think I'm just going to shift slightly this way. There we go. That's better. I like that better. Let's now introduce a couple of these rocks in this foreground here on the right hand side. So okay, I'm just about ready. Let's focus in on this foreground. But oh wow, yep, 6.5 seconds is not enough. It's too much. Let's go up to f16. Let's come down 4 seconds. I'm taking several shots just across this scene. And up on the hill. There we go, and I'll take one of that island. We're getting some pink, some nice pinks coming across, so that's good. There we go, and I think we'll just do very quickly. I'm going to throw a 3-stop on and just smooth that water out a tiny bit while we can. Just a tiny bit, so it should be about 30 seconds or so. 30 seconds, go, and that'll just smooth out that water. Beautiful, beautiful morning. I think we may actually come here. This is rather nice. Let's get this immediately. I'm going to focus on the far. Take the 3-stop off. There we go. Let's come right down. There we go. Always check your polarizer if you have it in. That's 2.5 seconds. I can probably ISO 100, come down again. That way, not only to get the pink sky, but I'll get some of this beautiful movement in and out. There we go. I'm going to focus at the very end. Just capture that in. I might not need that because it's actually that far bluff is in like almost like a C fret. Now I'm focusing in on this nearer rock to get some texture of the water in and around there. I want a nice wave incoming just to surround that rock. That's the sound I want. That's the water. There we go, we got one, I think. Do one last one just for the fun of it. So I'll spin this 90 degrees. Just make sure that we are level. There we go. Just this slightly. All the way back. Okay. Let's pull out slightly. Oh, that's nice. Okay, let's go. Nice and simple, 8 to 9 shots, vertical pano. If it works, well, let's see. We'll put it up now. Probably not the best of mornings, but who cares, you know. As I said, I came here just to have a look and really to watch this sunrise, and it was wonderful as ever. There was supposed to be no cloud whatsoever. We got a little bit, always grateful for that. So please look after yourself, look after your loved ones. Until next time, see ya.